It is my pleasure to say you are looking live at Glen Rock High School in Glen Rock, New Jersey, as today PH Athletics presents Pascack Hills Baseball in the Bergen County Tournament. Today, the 12th ranked Broncos in this tournament take the challenge of number 5 Glen Rock. Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Matthew Merlino. This is one of those games that will matter mightily when it comes to decide a state champion and a Bergen County champion in New Jersey high school baseball in 2024. We'll begin by giving you the bracket in this section. Glen Rock got a bye in the first round. Hills had to take down Paramus 6-4 last Saturday to set this matchup up. Number 5 versus number 12. The other side of this section has number 4 St. Joe's out of Montvale as well, who got a bye. They take on Pascack Valley, who beat up on Woodridge 11-1 last Saturday. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game. So yes, if both upsets happen, there is a chance for a Hills Valley County Tournament quarterfinal matchup. The other point of significance for this game is in the state tournament rankings. As you can see, the PowerPoints for North 1 Group 2, both of these schools compete in that section. Glen Rock has solidified their number 1 spot. They are also ranked number 16 in all of New Jersey based on an NJ.com poll that was released this morning. You can see they have a 39 PowerPoint lead over the Pascack Hills Broncos, who sit second after their big win to clinch a share of the Big North Patriot Division yesterday. And we will also try to let you know, if we know, who the Broncos will share the division title with, if it'll either be Ramsey or Westwood. We hope to find out today. If we do not, you should be able to find out on NJ.com tomorrow morning. That is the scene as we get set to give you a beautiful baseball game on a beautiful day for baseball. They are talking things over with the umpires and coaches right now. We will come back when it is time for the first pitch, and for the first time on our broadcast, the Broncos will be batting first. And here we are, starting with Kyle Wankus as usual, but what is unusual about the sophomore, number 30, is that he will play at second base today. He had been slotted in at first for most of the season due to him having Tommy John surgery before this season began and hindering his ability to throw, but it seems it has come back at least a little bit, so he'll slot in at second base. We do not have a Glen Rock roster just yet, so we cannot tell you who their pitcher is, but what we can tell you is that that was a ball to start things off. And the count evens out at 1. Wankus 519 with a 5.96 slugging, 27 for 52, and that's just hits. 12 RBI as well, and swings and misses at strike number 2. So a 1-2 count for Wankus here. He has been the hitter for Hills. Even again at 2. Next in the lineup will be Joe Giordano, designated hitter today. We don't know if we'll see him in the field again as Wankus fouls one off there. He was a DH yesterday, but a pitching season-ending elbow injury has taken him out from pitching, and it seems that at least right now it has taken him out of playing in the field, but he still can hit and run, and so he will do that today. And Matt Tortora rounds out the top 3 in the Hills lineup. Wankus gets a big foul tip there to keep the count at 2-2. I'm sure you can hear, but it's a little windy, but that wind is welcome today. The sun is beaming down about the same temperature as yesterday, but yesterday did not have a lot of wind. Wankus, another foul tip. He is barely staying alive on this, the first at-bat of today's game. Big gust here, and it is blowing towards center field, but not away from the plate. It's a crosswind. Ground ball. It's going to get through. Kyle Wankus with yet another hit. Base hit there. And that'll bring up Joe Giordano. Well, Giordano is senior season, batting .303 with a .364 slugging. He has just 2 doubles for extra base hits and 8 singles. We'll see if he can get his teammate Kyle Wankus on second. That one a ball. He pulled back from the bunt just in time. 1-0 looking to bunt. Wankus stays away from the steal for now, although he has been speedy on those base paths. With 16 stolen bases this season, has a chance to get to second. Throw to first will be in time, but the sac bunt works out. Wankus to second, Giordano is out, and on comes Matt Tortora. So here is Torts, the seemingly permanent shortstop since last year and into this season. 500 slugging and a .379 average. Looking to drive Wankus home. He's in scoring position. There's a nice line drive. It'll drop. Wankus to third. He will not go home, but Tortora with a base hit with one away. And now there are runners on the corners for Andrew Strime to try to bat in. Cleanup hitter will try to clean up right now and give the Broncos an early lead. We are in the top of the first inning. He has 19 RBI so far this season with a .377 average and a .566 slugging, and even a sac fly here with just one away could work out. Wankus is a speedster. We'll see if that speed comes into play, running from third to home. At the plate, it's a ball, and Tort stays firm at first. .1-0, a called strike. So it is a 1-1 count for Andrew Strime here with just one away. With some wind blowing towards the outfield fence and Wankus taking a lead at third, deals a strike. 1-2. Once again, we do not have a roster for Glen Rock. We do not know who is pitching, fielding, or hitting at any one time for the Panthers. How unfortunate. But this is PH Athletics, not GR Athletics. So here is the 1-2. It is high. Torts gets back in time. So Strime once again has an even count at 2-2. You can see Wankus leading. High fly ball. It may hit the netting. Foul. We stay at a 2-2 count. Glen Rock jerseys remind me a little bit of those old 90s White Sox jerseys. You'll see them better, I think, when they come up to bat. But they have a black stripe across the middle, some red ribboning around it, but white all around the rest of it. Just a nice tangent as we get ready for yet another 2-2 pitch to Andrew Strime. That one will be foul yet again. So mirroring Wankus, Strime has longer at bat than what we are used to seeing, and it is the top of the first inning. Once again, 2-2 to Strime. Runners on the corners and one out. That one fouled off again. 3 straight foul balls for the cleanup hitter. The sign given from Nick Evans, a bunch of signals that nobody except the players will understand. Outside pitch, full count. Three and two. Now there are some people here. I'm sure they understand the importance of this game, most parents and some from, I believe, the junior Glen Rock baseball team, as there is a fair ball, no foul, down the third baseline. I believe that is number 5 consecutively for Strime. A full count here, 3 and 2. High, bases are loaded on a walk. And up comes the 5th batter in this Pascack Hills lineup. It brings up Anthony Blackford. Usually he is the catcher. Today, with Wankus moving over to second base, that means Blackford will play first base. But we are concerned with how he has done at the plate, and the junior is serviceable. .259 average, .362 slugging, and a called strike 1 there. 16 RBI. Will he get number 17 or more? With Tortora at second base, Strime walked to first, and the leadoff Kyle Wankus at third. Blackford quickly behind in the count, 0 and 2. A looking strike and a swinging one. And he swings and misses at number 3. 2 are away for the Panthers. And here comes number 6, Jake Lula. Once again, the seemingly permanent right fielder for Hills. And at the plate, .357. Swings and misses at strike number 1. He had a few big hits yesterday against Indian Hills to secure a 6-2 win for the Broncos. Quickly now off of 2 swinging strikes, 0 and 2. Here's a big pitch, 0 and 2 to Jake Lula. Can Glen Rock get out of it? They do. Middle of the first. And save the bases loaded, keep things level at nothing. And now we'll get to see how the Broncos perform in the field. We'll give you the lineup when we get back. And here we are, level at 0. As we begin the bottom of the first, the man on the mound for Pascack Hills will be Arion Stern. And with Joe Giordano's injury taking him out of pitching for the rest of this season, he should be the number 1 man in the Hills arsenal going forward. He has 20.2 innings in his resume so far this year, 406 total pitches, a 5.08 ERA with 9 strikeouts and 10 walks. We'll give you the lineup for Hills in the field after this at-bat, and it starts with an outside ball. Once again, no information on Glen Rock. Low one there, went out of the catcher's glove, who today is sophomore Jake Zabo. One of the many changes in the infield for Hills. Zabo slotting in at catcher. Anthony Blackford, who has been the catcher for most of this season, the junior, he goes to third. And Kyle Wenkus, who has been the first baseman, goes over to second now, after his Tommy John surgery apparently has allowed him now to throw a little bit. Short once again, manned by Matt Tortora. And third base, with Wenkus at second, is filled by Andrew Strime, number 14. The outfield remains unchanged from yesterday's game, as there's a foul ball down the first base line to make it a full count. Emerson Cho, the sophomore in left field, started the season at second, but now trying some time in the outfield in this big game. Ronan Stern gets some action in center, as he usually does. Another foul ball there. And Jake Lula, the perennial right fielder. We have a full count here and a few foul balls. Here's the 3-2. No, just barely outside. And it'll be a man on first for Glen Rock. So here we are with none away and a bunt that gets to Tortora. He gets to second just in time, one away. And there's a man on first. Torts, I won't call it run, I'll say jogged over to second and got there just in time to score the out and keep it just one man on. It looked very close, and now here is the third batter in the Glen Rock lineup with one away and a man on first. Ground ball, first base line, getting through, but foul. It's an 0-1 count. After the foul ball, looked to be fair, but no. At the last second, that's a fair ball. Line drive into center. Stern will pick it up, and it'll be a base hit for Glen Rock. Here's cleanup hitter. Two men on, first and second base respectively. We shall see if the Panthers can get one up. They have one away in the bottom of the first. Ground ball. Torts will grab it over to second. He's there in time. Trying to get first. He will not. So there's two away and runners on the corners. We'll see if Stern can get out of this. Both teams went through 6 batters in the first inning. So far, Glen Rock right now on their 6th batter. We'll see if that will be the trend. Pickoff at first will not be in time. At the plate, called strike one. High one, inside, 1-1. One here, swung on and missed. And so Hills one strike away from heading back to the dugout. Inside, throw to second, not in time. So it's a 2-2 count. And there are 2 runners in scoring position, so a deep drive here could do some damage. Let's see what happens. Swung on and missed, and nothing matters. We stay tied at 0 at the end of the first. Well, this matchup has not happened since the year 2012. And to give you some consideration, I was just about 3 years old, maybe 4, when this matchup last happened in May of 2012. A 10-0 win for Pascack Hills. That was back when both of these schools were members of the NJIC. We begin the top of the second with a hit by pitch. And so Ari Stern, the pitcher, will take his base with no concern, or a little bit from Coach Nick Evans. Took it right to his left arm, I believe. Back on that, Hills was a member of the NJIC before they joined the Big North Conference. Glen Rock stayed behind in the NJIC, where they still are today. That's how that matchup happened, but it has not happened since 2012. The 2 games then were both victories for Hills. The 2 games the year prior in 2011 were victories for Glen Rock, and some close ones in there as well. Glen Rock with just 1 loss on the year, 12-11 on May the 1st to Bergen Field. Whoa! Big move out of the way for Emerson Cho. Got out of there just in time, and we should mention that Kyle Marquise, the sophomore, is pinch running for the pitcher Ari Stern on first base. Bunt will get off the bat, but it is foul. And we have ourselves a 1-1 count here. Top of the second, a man on first for Pascack Hills. We are tied at 0. Glen Rock opened their season with a tie. That's one of their 2 blemishes on that record. Missed the bunt. 1-2, Marquise safe at first. And again, this is Emerson Cho at the plate. That one low. Even count, 2-2. What can Cho do for you? Let's find out. Swings and misses at strike number 3. So there is 1 away. And we still have Marquise on first base, but that will bring up Ronan Stern, the final batter in this Hills lineup. Broncos on a 9-game winning streak. They have not lost since April the 24th. But comparing Glen Rock to Hills, Glen Rock beat Westwood 7-6 just a few days ago on the 4th, who Hills split their series with as a part of their Big North Patriot Division campaign. An 0-1 count here for Ronan Stern at the plate. Brother Arion got on first base and was subbed out for Kyle Marquise, who is there right now. That's a fair ball. It just gets over the shortstop, and Ronan Stern has a 1-out base hit that gets Kyle Marquise over in scoring position. Back to the top of the order, back to Kyle Wankus, the big hitter for Hills, who has a chance to drive something in. Now, in this season so far, he has 4 doubles. As the pickoff will be called. I believe that's a balk, but don't quote me on it. What I can tell you is that both runners have advanced, whatever the ruling was. So now Marquise is on third. Ronan Stern is on second. And Kyle Wankus can do some damage at the plate. Let's see. He has not taken a pitch this at-bat just yet. He takes a called strike 1 on the first one. One to Wankus, hit high, and it'll be a foul ball. 0-2 count. 1 away still. The next batter is Joe Giordano. So Hills has 2 chances to drive in a run. They stranded 3 men going to the middle of the first. Will they strand 2 more in this one? Wankus says, no sir, that's a big one. It's gone! Kyle Wankus with a 3-run home run to give Pascack Hills the lead. My goodness, what a way to open the scoring. His first home run of the season. Wow. Still 1 away, and up comes Joe Giordano. Oh my. Well, I can tell you the Hills dugout is bustling after that one. 0-1 off the called strike for Giordano there. He is the designated hitter today in place of the catcher, Jake Szabo. There's a line drive back to center. This one will be caught. A nice catch from that Glen Rock center fielder. 2 away. And here comes Matt Tortora. It's a bit weird not hearing the Hills walk-up songs. They usually help for me to identify who's coming up. But we know that this is Matt Tortora right here. He has none on, 2 out, but a 3-run lead. Swings and misses. It's a 1-1 count. This is the first round of this Bergen County tournament. The preliminary round is what Hills played Paramus in and won 6-4 last Saturday. We have a 2-1 count here for Torts and a 3-run Bronco lead. And a foul ball makes it even once again, 2-2. There's a line drive. It'll be caught by the shortstop. And Kyle Wankus puts Hills up 3-0 with a home run going to the middle of the second. The home run from Wankus hit just to the right of our setup here in left center fields here at Glen Rock High School in Glen Rock, NJ. This is the 7th batter in the Panther lineup. The pitcher is still Ari Stern for Pascack Hills, and he deals a called strike there. A 1 count. That one a ball inside and a bit high along with it. Yet another ball for Stern. That one a bit high. We got a rooster as there's a line drive caught by Wankus and worked around the field for good measure. 1 away. A refresher for you, because this is a bit unorthodox for the rest of the season. Kyle Wankus is the second baseman. Andrew Strime, the third baseman. Anthony Blackford, usually the catcher, lines up at first today. And Jake Szabo, the sophomore, back in behind the plate. Swing and a miss at strike number 1. This is the 8th batter in the Glen Rock lineup. Once again, we do not have a roster for Glen Rock. 0-2 quickly with 1 away for Ari Stern. There's a ground ball. Wankus, the play. He has 2 outs this inning. Has contributed to 2. And to the end of the Glen Rock lineup. Batter number 9 with 2 away in the bottom of the 2nd. We got started at about 4:40. It is 5:05 now this Wednesday afternoon, and a beautiful afternoon at that. Foul ball, bouncing up and down, 1-1 count. An even count, 1-1. There is a line drive. Cho comes in to grab it. End of 2, a 1-2-3 inning after the home run for Pascack Hills. They are high on a feeling going to 3. To begin the 3rd inning, and with a 3-run lead, this is Andrew Strime with Anthony Blackford and Jake Lula due up. Ground ball, it'll be picked up by the shortstop and rocketed over to first. Strime will sit down and AB will come up. Here's the first pitch to Blackford. It's low and outside. That one dropped, so a 2-0 count. quickly. Blackford is ahead in the count. 3-0. And a called strike there. That one right over the plate. 3-1. And that will be hit into right. It's a fair ball. I thought it was going foul, but it's a fair ball, and it's a double for Anthony Blackford. It looked to be going over the fence. It did not. And here is Jake Lula with a runner in scoring position and one away. Blackford avoided the pickoff attempt. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. It is an 0-1 count for Jake Lula at the plate. Oh, 1 to Lula, called strike 2. One is away and one is on in the top of the third inning. Ground ball, a blooper down the first base line, picked up by the pitcher and ran over to first. Blackford advances to base number 3. 2 are away, and up comes Ari Stern. That ball hit into right center. It'll be caught. A nice catch from the Glen Rock fielder. And that'll send us to the middle of the third inning. No score change since the top of the second. 3-0 Pascack Hills leads. It is still Ariane Stern who is on the mound for Pascack Hills as we begin the bottom of the third inning. Back to the top of the Glen Rock order. They are down 3 runs. Inside, ball 1. That ball skied. It's an infield fly, and Strime comes down the third base line to catch it. 1 away. One away, none on for Glen Rock. Called strike 1 here. Well, they are certainly the favorites in this one, but a loss to Pascack Hills today would be huge. They are number 16 in the state, the Panthers, according to an NJ.com poll released this morning, Wednesday morning, May 8th. You may be watching this Thursday, May 9th, or any time after. 2-1 count. Here's a ground ball. Wenkes falls out of his glove, tries to get the play off. It does not go. Blackford unable to make the catch. There is a man on first with 1 away. If you're scoring at home, don't take this seriously, but in my opinion, that should go down as an E4. And here we are, one away, man on first. Called strike one. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Ooh, did he go? They say he did. 0-2 count. That ball, line drive. Lula will have to pick it up, but it is a one-out base hit. And they only advance one on that one. That ball high. It's a 1-0 count. Ground ball. Stern cannot pick it up and cannot make the play. Bases are loaded on a few errors. And now a chance, if he can hit a grand slam, to give Glen Rock a 4-3 lead. They have a good chance to get on the board with the bases loaded and one away in the bottom of the third inning. Swung on and missed. He looks to be going deep. High again, 1-1 count. We again have a rooster in the Glen Rock dugout. A 1-2 count after the foul ball with one away. One, two, hit high, not that far. Cho with the grab, tagging up. He'll get there. 2 away, 3-1 game. And there are runners on first and second. Two away here with one in scoring position. High 1-0. Could be a chance for the steal, Glen Rock. They have 47 total stolen bases this season. There's a high foul ball. 1-1 count. Hills has 49, so they're about as prevalent on the base paths as the Broncos are. We'll see what they do here with runners on first and second, and I'm sure they want to advance. They have a 1-1 count at the plate. That ball way outside and low, so it is a 2-1 count here for Ari Stern on the mound. He gave up his first run of the game just a few moments ago off of a sac fly out to left. That ball hit high to center field. Ronenstern back, and he grabs it. So we head to the end of the third inning, the Broncos preserving a 2-run lead. Top of the fourth inning. This looks to be Emerson Cho at bat. Called strike. That one in the dirt, so it's a 1-1 count. This is the same starting pitcher for Glen Rock after 3 innings. We are in the top of the fourth right now. There's a line drive. It'll drop. Cho gets a base hit, leading off the fourth. Here comes Ronenstern, the center fielder today. A bunt, no, high, foul ball. 0-1 count after the foul from Stern. Oh, 0-1 pitch to Stern, pulls back from the bunt, and Cho is able to get back in time. We have a 1-1 count at the plate. Or, excuse me, a 2-1 count. Dropped out of the catcher's glove. High anyway. 3-1. We have a 3-1 pitch here. It gets off the bat well. At first, the play is in time, but Cho gets to second with some time to spare. Sack bunt works out. 1 away, and Emerson Cho on second base as Kyle Wankus, the man who hit the home run to give Hills a 3-run lead, now is back at the plate. That occurred just 2 innings ago in the top of the second. Can Magic strike again? 2 for 2 today. Train coming through, called strike 1 for Wankus. Dropped out of the catcher's glove. Cho does not steal, and the low pitch will be called a ball. It's a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled high and into the net. One and two in the top of the fourth with 1 away, and Emerson Cho on second base. Kyle Wankus at the plate. Here's the pitch. Hit high, not very far, and foul again. It's a 1-2 count still. Inside. Even count, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch coming to Wankus. That ball hit high. It looks fair. It will be caught in right field, and Cho gets back to second. 2 away. Up comes Joe Giordano. Giordano has just 2 doubles to his name this season. And 5 RBI. Ground ball, first base line, getting through. Here comes Cho coming home. Back to a 3-run lead. Joe Giordano, another base hit, and it is an RBI single for his 6th of the season. Still 2 away with a man on first, and here is Matt Tortora. High fly ball. It is catchable in center. Middle of the 4th. 4-1 Pascack Hills. Oh, it seems that one of the Glen Rock players has Baby Shark as his walk-up song. He is at the plate now. He'll need 3 runs to tie this game up. A called strike to start the 4th straight inning that Orion Stern has pitched today. High one there, 1-1. One and 2 after 2 called strikes. Ground ball, line drive, getting through, base hit. Here we are, bottom of the 4th, and a man on first. Maybe 2. Torts gets the out. Turn 2, why not? Ari Stern with the quick reflexes on the mound gets it to Matt Tortora for 1 at second, and then the rocket over to Anthony Blackford at first. 2 away, none on. One-oh. And a low one again. Well, there's a called strike for Stern. 2-1 count here with 2 away. And a foul ball bouncing to the fence. little bit of wind coming through. We have a 2-2 count. In the dirt, full count here. Three-two. Hit high. Maybe foul. Lula going over to try and grab it. He won't get there in time, but the good news is it's a foul ball. So here is a full count with 2 away. Down 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th. And it's inside and high, so Stern will walk one on. High fly ball won't be caught. 0-1. Here's an 0-1 count with 2 away and a man on first. Swung on and missed. That ball fouled high behind the plate, and still an 0-2 count. Ground ball, third baseline foul again. Another high foul ball into the netting, and a nice catch from Zabo, but it won't matter. 0-2. 2 away. Looking to end the 4th inning with a 3-run lead. Checked up. Called. Strike will send us in. End of the 4th. 4-1. Pascack Hills up. And we once again begin an inning with Andrew Strime at the plate. This is the top of the 5th inning, and if things stand, we have 3 whole innings to go. That one low and outside. It is a 1-0 count for Strime. Once again, we remind you of the situation and the bracket in the Bergen County tournament, which sees Pascack Valley and St. Joe's, the other matchup called Strike at the Plate. The winner of that will go and face the winner of this coming Saturday. 1-2 for Strime after 2 called strikes. There's a ball, 2-2 to Andrew Strime. And there's a foul ball. High one on the first baseline and in the net. Still an even 2-2 count. High fly ball, again foul. Two and two. The pitch high above his head. He had to duck. Full count, 3-2. There's a crack. It's a long one, but foul. And he just barely tipped it. 3-2. Here's the pitch, 3-2, fouled again. Three-two count. None away. In the top of the fifth. This is still the first batter of the inning, if you can believe it, and Strime will be out. On a play from the shortstop, a high throw that almost missed the first baseman. But there is one away, and now to the plate comes AB Anthony Blackford. And the opening pitch of the at-bat is a called strike. That one a little low, but called as well. 0-2. And it's three straight looking strikes that sit Anthony Blackford down. Now comes Jake Lula, and Glen Rock with a chance for a 1-2-3 inning of their own if they can strike out Mr. Jake Lula. We'll see if they can in the top of the fifth. Ground ball, foul, just past the first base coach. I hear the sounds of ice cream. Only for the winners, the losers have to pay. And it looks like Lula was hit by that one. He'll take a base. And up comes the pitcher, Arion Stern. We have two away in the top of the fifth inning. Swings and misses at strike number one. Dropped out of the glove, but it does not matter. 0-1 count for Ari Stern. Inside a little bit, but still called 0-2. Outside there, a 1-2 count. And a foul ball. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 to Stern. Swung on and missed, and we go to the middle of the fifth. Still 4-1. Can Glen Rock capitalize in the bottom? We are set to begin the bottom of the fifth inning with Arion Stern still on the mound after 4 innings. Only has let up 1 run and has pitched a very good game so far. That may be a base hit. It is, leading off the bottom of the fifth. Bottom 5 and a base hit starts things off. Let's see if Stern can get it back. I am not near the bullpen, so I can't report if there's any activity. You would be thinking that by now Coach Evans would be preparing somebody to come on and replace Stern, hopefully to the end of the game. Real high one, just near the batter's head, 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Another low one, I believe. Yes, it is a 3-0 count. That one right over the plate, 3-1. And a high fly ball. Cho with a diving grab. Emerson Cho puts one away. A diving grab in left field. Still 1 on and now 1 out. A high one and outside. There were a lot of relievers used yesterday for Hills. Plus Joe Napolitano started. We could see Kyle Marquez, the sophomore, come on in. That would be an interesting move. But we shall see what Coach Nick Evans goes with. It's a 2-0 count at the plate right now. Ground ball, first base line. Throw to second. Off the back of the runner. He goes third. And now there will be runners on the corners with 1 out. Blackford picked it up at first, threw it to second where Tortora was ready to receive it, but it went off the back of the runner. And now both are safe. one away. Runners on the corners. And now bring on a pinch runner at first. We'll see how things go at the plate. This could be a big hitter. We'll see what Stern does. He has more than 4 innings under him. That one inside. Ground ball. Received by the first base coach well. 1-1 after the foul ball. That one high. It'll look good to me. 2-1. Low there. The 3-1 count for Stern. Here's the 3-1. That's in there. Full count, 3-2, 1 out. Big pitch with a man on third. They have a 3-run lead. And the wind begins to blow as the train comes through again. 3-2 for Ari Stern. Pitch is high. Bases loaded on a walk. Here comes Evans. That'll be it for Ari Stern. A very good day, and it looks like Andrew Strime, who closed things yesterday, will try to do the same thing today. In the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. The bases are loaded. They will try some damage control. So we'll be interested in who comes in at third base. And it looks like that Ari Stern and Andrew Strime have swapped positions. Strime is on the mound, and Stern is covering third base. The bases are loaded. There is 1 away in the bottom of the 5th, and Hills has a 3-run lead. pivotal at bat here. That ball outside for Strime's first pitch, ball number 1. Skied up. Infield fly, dropped. Tortora. It's an infield fly. I guess it's the same as a foul ball, except it doesn't count as a strike. That one called anyway, so now it's 1-1. It's actually a 2-1 count. That's a fair ball over Wankus. Lula picks it up, and 2 runs are going to score. Plus a man going to third. One-run game now. One away with 2 runners in scoring position. Oh. What can Andrew Strime do here? Foul ball. Low there, 1-1. Called strike, so it's a 1-2 count. This has been a long inning, and it's going to extend for a little bit longer. Wild pitch there for ball number 2. There's a crack. Torts to first. End of the 5th inning. 4-3 is our score as we go to the 6th. And to start what could be a very crucial inning, the top of the 6th, Emerson Cho at bat for Pascack Hills. Called strike 1 there. Foul ball makes it 0-2. And Cho skies one to center. Not much running for the center fielder to catch it, and 1 away with Ronan Stern coming to the plate. Called strike 1. High fly ball, yet another catch for center field. 2 away quickly. called strike one here. This is Kyle Wankus. Called strike two. We could be in for a very quick inning. Foul ball, not caught. And another foul. So it's an 0-2 count with 2 away. And a ball pitched there to Wankus. 1-2 the count. Ground ball to third. It gets through. Wankus with a 2-out single. And that'll bring up Joey Giordano. Ooh, dropped. Wankus will get to second without the need to slide. Wankus avoided the pickoff. It's a 1-0 count at the plate for Joe Giordano. He did not throw the pickoff, and although it did get out of his hand. And now Wankus once again at second. They know he is a prevalent base stealer. They're trying to prevent that by spooking him. And still just a 1-0 count at the plate. Here's the pitch. Called strike one. Swings and misses at strike two. And Glen Rock 1 away. 1 strike away from heading to the bottom of this 6th inning. An inning that will probably be crucial. Foul ball off the netting. It's a 1-2 count with 2 out in the top of the 6th. Hills with a 4-3 lead over Glen Rock. And Kyle Wankus is on second base. Yet another foul ball on the third base netting. Top of the 6th. Here's a 1-2. It's a high fly ball, but caught in center. Middle of the 6th, 4-3, Hills clinging. Can they hold on with Andrew Strime on the mound? We are in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Glen Rock is behind by just 1 run. We begin with a ball. Called strike. And it's 1-2, although the strike went out of the glove. 2 called strikes on this at-bat for Andrew Strime. 1-2 coming. Hit foul. And in the dirt. Drop 3rd strike, I believe. That's the call. So 1 away. Dropped the 3rd strike, Zabo the catcher, but he got up in time to tag. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th and none on. Interesting stance. 1-0. High 1-2-0. That one in there. A 2-1 count. He's trying to bunt. It's a foul ball, 2-2. Two and 2, 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Strime dealing, hit his helmet. One on, 1 out. Checking him, looked like it may have grazed his left hand, but also could have hit the back. He seemed to be okay. And now Strime ready to go again. Pickoff not in time. Outside. One 0 in the bottom of the 6th. 4-3 our score. Pascack kills the underdog in this one. No challenge on the steal. Pascack kills leads, but the tying run is at second base. Here's the pitch. So 1 and 2 count. One, 2, hit high into shallow. No, Cho does not grab it. A chance to go home. Stern rockets to second. It is not caught, but the run is prevented. Runners on second and third, a big double. And now the tying run is at third, and that may do it for Andrew Strime. We have some positional changes, but nothing on the mound. No, we do have a change on the mound. Anthony Blackford steps on. Andrew Strime will come off, and it looks like he may slot into second as Kyle Wenkus moves over to first. AB is on the mound, Anthony Blackford. And the positional changes see Andrew Strime go to second and Kyle Wenkus shift over to third as Wenkus shifts over to first as Blackford moves from first to the mound. First pitch is fouled off. And an outside ball evens us up. And a foul ball there. 1-2 the count. Ooh, it went out of his glove. No opportunity to steal. The count is now 2-2. Wind blowing towards the fence. Another high foul ball down the first base line, and the kids will scramble to grab it. 2-2 is our count. The first batter for new pitcher Anthony Blackford, third pitcher today for Pascack Hills. They got about 4.5 good innings out of Ari Stern, then one out of Andrew Strime, and now here's Blackford, hopefully to close it out. He'll have to pitch 2 regulation innings if things hold. Finish this one and the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 is the count. No strike after the foul ball there. And there's a line drive. Big one. Stern cannot grab it. It'll go back to the fence, and Glen Rock takes a 1-run lead off of an RBI triple, and he may go home. No. RBI triple for the Panthers. It is now 5-4. and there is still one away. Well, the 3-run lead that Hills started with, or had after the home run from Wankus in the top of the second inning, it's all gone. They're down 1, and they'll have one more chance to go up. Can they preserve at least a 1-run game? Called strike there, 0-1. And fouled off to make it 0-2. There is a high fly ball. Cho will make the grab, and he's throwing home. It won't get there in time. 2-run Glen Rock lead. Two away. And now the work cut out for the offense. This, the first round of the Bergen County Tournament, first proper round. The preliminary round took place last Saturday, and the Broncos defeated Paramus to win and get here to Glen Rock. Whew, that looked like a good pitch to me. Umpire did not think so. It's a 1-0 count. Make it 2-0. Those looked like two good pitches. Maybe the last one was a bit inside, but I think the first one looked like a strike. And I know I sound like an obnoxious homer, but that one is called a strike. Two and 1. That one inside, he had to dodge it. 3-1 count. High fly ball back. Good night. A solo home run, 7-4. My goodness. Well, Blackford is still on the mound. They are down 3 runs now. And a called strike. One and 1. Swinging and missing. 1 and 2 with 2 away. Blackford 1 strike away from heading back to the dugout for what could be the final half inning. It is delivered there. As the wind picks up and blows towards home plate, the Broncos head to the dugout, preparing for what could be their last stand. End of the 6th, 7-4, Glen Rock, their first lead of the game. Well, here we go. Glen Rock 3 outs away from advancing to the quarterfinals of this Bergen County tournament. They are the 5th ranked team in it and the 16th ranked team in the entire state of New Jersey. Matt Tortora is the first trying to knock them off that pedestal. Here we go. I went outside, 1-0. And Torts begins ahead in the count, 2-0. Called strike, 2-1 is the count. So foul ball, 2-2. A big crowd has gathered here as all of the Glen Rock practices have ended. They're eager to see their team move on. A low pitch there gives us a full count. Foul ball behind the plate. There's a high fly ball. It's catchable. 1 away. Last year, they played 2 county tournament games. Lost a big one to Don Bosco in the first round. Andrew Strime takes a ball. They could do the same this year. And a line drive, it'll drop. Is it foul? No. Andrew Strime on with a base hit. And here comes Anthony Blackford. 1 away and Strime on first. Called strike there. 0-1 for AB. In there, called strike 2. They could be 2 outs away, or 1 out away. It's an 0-2 count. That's a high one. 1-2. Line drive drops. Base hit, maybe 2. Strime gets to third, and AB has a 1-out double. With 2 in scoring position. This is going to be Jake Lula after a conversation between Coach Nick Evans and the umpire. We have Andrew Strime on third base and a pinch runner, Eddie Mulligan, on. He is on second base in lieu of Anthony Blackford, the pitcher. Swing and miss. Oh, 1. Ooh, a called strike there. It looked a bit low. 0-2 for Lula. High one. 1-2. It is 6:35. 1-2 to Lula. Foul ball down the third base line. Just outside, a 2-2 count. Some fans not pleased about that call. 2-2, top of the seventh, 1 out and 2 men on. There's a high fly ball to center. 2 away, Strime tagging up. He gets home. So it is 7-5 with 2 out. Blackford at second base. What can Ariane Stern do in this situation? Can he drive Eddie Mulligan home from second base? It would only make it a 1-run game. He swings and misses at strike 1, and he does not have the opportunity to sacrifice. He must get on base himself. 0-1 count. He didn't go. It's a low one, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, could do it. Throw to first. Yep. Glen Rock moves on after a clutch bottom of the 6th inning. Final score 7-5 in the first round of the Bergen County tournament. The first loss for the Broncos since April 24th against Mawa. And it ends a 9-game losing streak. They shake hands for good sportsmanship, and good for them. Glen Rock will move on to take on the winner of the Pascack Valley St. Joe's game that also happened concurrently with this one. And now Hills will turn their attention towards the state tournament, where currently they are ranked number 2 in power points. Those close next Friday. We'll cover the home games for the Broncos that come up later this week and next week. For now, from Glen Rock High School in Glen Rock, New Jersey, this is Matthew Merlino. So long until next time.